Streaming.
Yeah,
There we
that
go.
would help. Hey, there we are.
So.
Let me check yours. Yep, there you are. Hey, look at you.
Yeah.
We're live.
Alrighty then. So this is
What is this?
Sunday, January 7th. Is today the 7th?
8th.
8th?
Yep, 8th.
Holy crap, already?
Yeah, no shit, eh? It's nice though. I've been off for how long? Okay, get off your phone.
So this is a new project between our two channels. This, that, and then some. And we're going to be sitting around shooting the caca about various things that are...
That's you.
Yes, that's me. About various things that are pop culture or current events or, you know, stuff that we sort of...
Anything that floats our boat.
Yeah, we would sit around and...
Yeah, let's stay with the dual camera.
Shoot
The
the
only
shit
problem
about
we have with
anyways.
the shot, we got to move the stormtrooper helmets. You have a stormtrooper growing out of your head.
Do I?
Yes, you do. Just occasionally. So
No, and it's not even painful. So we, between us, have interests in tech, sports, gaming, reading, writing, movies.
anything we feel like talking about.
Yeah, politics.
We'll stay
little
on
bit.
politics for the first while.
Politics a little bit. Mostly a fascination with what I personally have a fascination with what motivates people to do the really stupid things that they do, and how they recover themselves
People
from
do stupid things.
Oh, yeah, and how they recover themselves from really bad decisions or profit from really good
Don't
decisions.
mind me if I disappear for every once in a while. I'm making sure everything's running.
Yeah. So anyways, we're going to sit and chit chat, and our hope is that this will be of interest to you and that you will jump on our chat and comment, or perhaps you would at some point in a later broadcast, not necessarily today, jump in on a call on a call. Yeah, well, we will be ready for it. If you would like to let us know in advance that you would like to jump in and have a chit chat with us, that would be very cool as well. So I'm Polykiss, and this over there is hyperlynx.
And it says on screen. See, it says right there.
Yeah, and we each have our own YouTube channels, and I do more stuff on Twitch, but I haven't for a while. But I do more stuff on Twitch than YouTube, and Hyperlynx does more stuff on YouTube these days, and even TikTok. You'll see him
occasionally.
I watch.
You'll see the dog more than me.
Yes, we have a dog. It's Danny's dog, and she's a personality. I'll tell you what. And
she's in her crate.
She might be.
Berg.
So that's kind of where we're going with this channel. We thought we visited on each other's streams before and get into some interesting discussions. So we thought we would maybe devote this particular show of an hour or a half an hour or whatever to what the heck's going on and all that stuff.
Come join us. We don't bite much.
Yeah, so for today we figured, it's January, it's the new year and all that stuff. We might talk about that first. And so this is 2023 January. People do resolutions. I have decided in the last few years to not do resolutions because I tend to. I'm a planning person. I live with to-do lists coming out my ears and organizing myself, and I do get stuff done, but there's a lot of stuff that kind of gets by the wayside, and then you feel like you didn't achieve things, because
Oops, wrong one.
here was this here goal and so on. So I've in recent years gone on revelations. So instead of making a resolution and posting it, like to Facebook and saying I'm going to walk my 10,000 steps this week, and then people are going, and so did you do it? I've decided that in recent years that I will do revelations, and my revelations are, this happened, and from that event or from that moment, I got this feedback on something that I was stewing around about, or you know what I mean? And so I did that for all of 2020 was revelations. Kind of got away from it in the last 2 years, but I think that I might go back to that. And my revelation for today is that if you put your mind to something and make yourself get off your butt and do it, it's fun. It's fun, and it feels good. It feels good to be back on a live stream. I haven't been on Twitch or YouTube. I used to take my Twitch and interview authors and then post it to my YouTube. You can see on my YouTube channel there's recordings of those things, and those are fun, and I quite enjoyed them. But then life gets in the way, and you get this flu or something, and you're not feel like crap for a while, and then you think, not only do I feel like crap, I look like crap, so I don't really want to go on camera. And what do I say anyways? My brain's all foggy because I've had the flu. And so you let life get in your way. So my revelation today is, despite the fact that I'm actually not so foggy today, but despite the fact that it's not 100%, I'm here. I showed up, and I am having a good time. And I think that sometimes when you feel like you can't do something, it impacts people around you. And I think that Mr. Hyperlynx here is kind of glad that I showed up today too. I think he really wanted to.
Sorry, I've been playing around with the things here.
Really wanted to get on camera.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get back on
and do stuff, and he kind of wanted to.
Wow, this thing's having issues today. There we go. Bye-bye.
There we go.
I was showing the screen. I actually had the cameras up for a second.
So that's my revelation for today. Anyone listening, or you, Mr. Hyperlynx, have any resolutions or revelations that you would like to?
I hate those things because I could never keep them. Although I've been trying to lose weight. I had to do it the hard way.
Yeah, getting sick is never fun.
Was it 8 weeks in the hospital or 9? It was 4, a week home, and then another 4, right?
Yeah, so nice.
Yeah, so 8 weeks total in the hospital. That's a good way to lose 30 pounds. Not.
Yeah.
I don't recommend the diet plan.
No.
You're listening to me. Can you hear my fan in the background?
No.
Good.
No, I think that's
the music.
Drums on the music or something.
The music kind of covers it up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of a tick, 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 but I think it's the...
Yeah, that's the song.
The song.
So I am watching the chat, the stream, the whole bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's one watcher. I think it's me.
Oh, I don't.
You can't see that. You don't have that information pulled up, and I don't want to show you how to do it right now.
No, and I'm not seeing any questions or any chats.
Look at your chat. Does it say live chat in the upper left?
It does.
Or does it say top chat?
It says top chat.
Okay, change that.
Okay.
Click on it.
Yeah.
And then drop it down to live chat.
Oh, like the drop down doodad.
Yeah.
Live chat. There we go.
There, your chat's updated. I forgot to tell you how to do that. That's another one to go in the note.
Okay.
That's another one to go in the notes.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do this stuff myself because it just would be...
the reason I said that's the reason it has to go. Wait a minute. Hold it. Can't do this. Got to change something here.
What?
My monetization is off.
Oh.
Can't have that.
Oh, okay. So you said no to resolutions?
Well, it's not that I don't do them. There's some stuff. We had that list that we made up around here. Shit that pisses us off. And yes, we can say that today. We were outside 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
We won't get demonetized if it's not monetized.
Oh, okay. So what? Yeah. So that was my.
That was a big thing to get done. We had a lot of stuff done around here yesterday.
Yeah, that was my idea. And instead of focusing on things that to like, oh, I need to do the okay. What about here in this room or in this house is driving you crazy? What aggravates you? What one thing can we do that you won't feel aggravated? Because when you feel edgy and aggravated and just overwhelmed by, I don't know, crap, it's hard to focus on the stuff that you want to do.
Most certainly is.
And any big time ticket item like I'm going to go jogging and stuff. Well, I'd like to go jogging on we have a treadmill and I can't get to the treadmill because there's a whole bunch of stuff that needed to go somewhere. So we sat down and wrote a big long list of things.
Wasn't that long?
Well, there was like 10 items on it of things that were just plain aggravating. And so we went through the list and within maybe 2 hours got done, not even 2 hours, I'd say an hour, got done maybe 3/4 of the things. There's a couple things on there that require somebody to do a bit more than just 15 minutes, it's going to take me. I have to go through my file cabinet and get rid of the next year or two that I can get rid of because you only have to keep 7 years, right?
6 years.
Is it 6?
Where we saw the other day, it said 6.
Oh,
see,
good. I can go up to 2017 then. Okay, so
okay.
So that was a good idea.
I'm moving your banner. It's not centered and it's bugging me.
Okay.
The OCD in me is.
This is not a highly professional event because we were just
hell no,
figuring it out. Just
we'll get better as we go along.
Might have observed.
You might have us actually starting at 4:00.
Mm.
Anyway,
so,
back to the list.
Anyways, this things that drive me crazy list, and then just take one at a time and go through and just eat it was like little 10-15 minute things, like where the hell are the rugs in my house? Well, we have a dog, so they've gone outside to be hosed off for various reasons, and never got put back in the house. So then we went and found them and vacuumed them, and now they're back in the house. And now I feel like I don't like walking on a linoleum floor with it's wintertime. It's friggin' cold.
Well, wear slippers.
So that was one thing. And can we hang up pictures that have fallen off the wall or get? We
still get those too.
Can we hang up coats? So I went through the coat closet and looked at all the coats, and the ones that we haven't worn, have no intention of wearing. They're too small or whatever, too big, I don't know. It's gone and they're in a bag that will now go on Monday to donation. I went through the shoes. I can never find shoes in that closet, so I reorganized it so that my shoes are in a box, and I just pull up the box and can find what I want. And I didn't realize that I had 9,000 pairs of shoes in there.
You have a whole box in there of just your shoes. Well,
yeah, I have a shoe fetish. So I went through and okay, so these, I don't know why if I have 9,000 pairs of shoes, why I have to wear the same pair until they fall apart. So got rid of the ones that are falling apart and just kept the good ones. And so now I don't have 9,000. I might have 3,000. But
that's usually a guy thing, isn't it? Shoes till they fall off our feet.
Yeah, I don't know what my deal is with that, because I love shoes, and I have all my heels and my flats and my running shoes and my boots with heels, my boots without heels, work boots, winter boots. There's still too many. But when you de-junk, you have to kind of do it in stages, because you have really an emotional investment in your things. It's hard to let go. So I did well, I thought. So now we have a front hall that you can actually find things in.
Yeah, and until some dumbass named me trips over it at 2 a.m.
Yeah, and I can, once the stuff goes to the donation, I'll actually be able to get to the treadmill. Yay! So things were achieved. So my suggestion would be that you try that as well.
It's a good idea.
The other thing I used to do, and for me, it was at the end of October, not New Year's Eve, because my birthday is in the beginning of November. So the end of October is year-end kind of for me. And so I would sit down with a pen and paper, and I would write down on the left-hand side of a piece of paper all the labels I would give to myself, all the roles I play in life, mother, now grandma, girlfriend, author, employee, employer.
That list is getting long, eh?
Yeah, those kind of things, the labels I would give myself. Mm-hmm. And then next to each label, I would write down something that I really haven't been doing that I should be doing related to that that label. At one point there was, daughter, because my parents were living. And so daughter, and under that it would be, I need to pop by and see mom and dad once a month, and then I would get a calendar and try to schedule that time in. And some of that time, and I would look and see that all of my time was spent on things that involved earning money. And there wasn't much time spent on things that I actually just liked to do. Like I never had time to play my electric piano. So I would try and schedule me time in there too, to get some kind of balance. Mm-hmm. And that's another way to look at resolutions, is not so much I'm going to make this one change. That's huge. It's like I'm going to try and spend half an hour reading a book, or how can I make sure that there's balance there, and what's the one thing I could do this month that and then it's a gradual thing, and then gradual things become habits after you repeat them. Mm-hmm. But you're more likely to repeat them if they're just sort of subtle things, and you have to learn to value yourself and your me time to do that. And it's good to make that assessment that, hey, I spend too much time doing this. I should not be doing that. Or if I'm doing that, at least do something else. So, in that URL I gave you.
Which one?
The Happy New Year stuff.
Happy New Year stuff.
They were talking about, so this is...
oh, right. I got it. Give me a second.
This is a website... Okay. Ipsos is
okay, hold on to your hats.
Yeah, Ipsos is they do surveys, and so this is, I was particularly interested in
I just did it live. I don't know if people can see that or not.
Okay, so the URL, I just googled Canadian, most popular Canadian New Year's or resolutions for 2023, and I got this website. And so I was interested in Canadian, because we're in Canada. I was interested in what Canadians, the Americans weren't, was available as well, if you're interested. And it was fairly similar, actually. But it says here that 61% of Canadians are optimistic about 2023.
There you go.
51% of those are somewhat optimistic. So...
Oh, there it is. Yeah, sorry.
So most people are somewhat optimistic,
trying to follow along,
as opposed to depressed. So that's not bad. So we're looking at 2023 after several years of COVID monsoon and economic. It's too expensive to buy a loaf of bread anymore, and
it still is.
I saw a thing on the news about the cost of lettuce.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
And because we get, I guess, out here in British Columbia, we get most of our lettuce, I suppose, from California, because it was the floods in California, or some weather issues in California that had really destroyed the crops, and so there just isn't supply. And also, just medications for cold season is so intense.
Horrible, eh?
Nobody can get medications for anything. I have a never-ending sinus infection thing, and I can't find sinus Tylenol.
Oh, it was children's stuff. Now it's switching over to
now
adults.
it's adult stuff you can't find.
Or if
So-
you do find it, you can find it on eBay for 50 times the price.
Right. So it's either that there isn't anything. There just isn't what you're looking for, or it's it's so expensive, and and they're saying they can't find workers.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
To
if you go to
process orders.
You can look at the webcams from the Port of Los Angeles, and there is hundreds and hundreds of container ships waiting to be offloaded. But there's no people to offload them.
There's no people.
There's not enough people to offload them. They're going as fast as they can, but I mean, some of it's being alleviated. There's my fumble tongue again. Being alleviated. Alleviated? What's the word I'm looking for here? Help me out.
Alleviated?
That's the word I'm trying to say. But, but it's just slow. I mean, last year before, try to get a graphics card. Speaking of tech, try to get one. Good luck. There was such a shortage, but yet they're all sitting on the trucks and they can't order, or on the boats and they can't order anymore. But it's like that for everything. It's starting to work itself out. Finally.
So this comes up all the time. Oh, we can't find staff. So why can't you find staff? Why?
It's not that people don't want to work.
It's
I'm hearing lots of stories of people wanting to work. It's what they're offering.
Yeah, so they're offering like part-time
with hardly any hours, just to
no
fill the
benefits.
holes.
But you would think that unloading ships would be a union.
That's a Teamsters union.
That would be union.
And
so how is that we can't find?
And I'm going to probably step on a few toes here. It's kind of like the film unions. You can't get a job unless you're in the union, but you can't get in the union unless you got a job.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So there's
who in those unions.
Right.
And then they won't let people unload that aren't trained. That's the part that takes so long. You may be able to hire people, but how long does it take to train them?
Right. And it's impactful to anyone that's public facing, particularly, but
service industry has just been decimated.
Well, and people, the rudeness level has increased like dramatically. People are so ignorant to each other and short-tempered, and
talk to somebody that's sitting downstairs watching the dog about it, because he deals with it at work with me.
Yeah,
he's on the public side, so he talks to the public more than I do.
Yes.
And he says they are just the rudest individuals now.
Yeah,
they're so entitled. We don't have much of a problem of it here, but it's starting to creep in.
So do you think it's that we've spent a couple of years pretty much insular, and only so that we've lost our politeness muscle and
I hate to say it, but we've become Americans. I can say that because I'm here behind a chair.
Yeah, are we influenced by are we influenced by the internet?
Oh, for sure.
By the interactions, by all the TikTok videos.
Keyboard warriors. Oh, TikTok has taken over.
Yeah, are we influenced by this? And so then when we go out, I know that when I go out,
that's a helicopter.
So I'm retired and work for myself, and so I don't have to leave the house unless I really, really want to. And I find that going out just grocery shopping is exhausting. Yep. Like peopling is exhausting, and it's just having the energy of having a lot of people around me is exhausting. But the way people they interact, and the road rage with the shopping carts business, and then you get there and there's 2 boxes of cereal on the shelf.
And there's 3 people.
And 4 people who want to beat you for it, and then trying to make your money manage when your income is
cut to nothing.
Probably cut.
Look at me. I was looking at my pension contributions for the last 2 years, and I went, "Why are they 0?" And I went, "Yeah, we didn't make any money."
Yeah.
I didn't make any money. There was nothing.
Yeah. There's a big difference to working full time to being.
You got lucky and could work through at home here.
Yeah, because I have, a pension, but still it's not, I'm still noticing. And then there's not, so then you work your business a little bit harder, but people don't want to buy shit because they can't afford it. And then I understand that. And
there's just no extra money floating around.
Yeah, and I don't, I wrote a publishing company. It's not life and death purchases people are wanting to make from my company. And I understand that.
Is this
And I
a
understand.
sponsor break?
And I understand that when you have limited funds, you buy what you absolutely need to, and unfortunately,
you buy what you need and you squirrel away the rest.
Yeah, well,
Really?
you know what's squirreling away. You're lucky if you what you need fits in the amount of money that you have these days.
I got a Lumi in my desk. Does that count?
Maybe. So,
Speaking of that, sponsor break.
Yeah.
Isn't your company a sponsor of the show?
Yeah, my company is a sponsor of the show.
That's what we haven't put in the descriptions. We should do that. Sponsor links.
Yeah, we should. So
I will do that after the show.
The publishing company is Philidith Publishing. And the website is philidithbooks.com. So FILIDH books.com. And we have soft. I don't do hardcover anymore.
Nobody's buying.
It's non-economical. We do soft cover and we do ebooks, and we're looking at getting into audiobooks.
I was in chapters or whatever it's called now.
Mm-hmm. Indigo.
Indigo. Okay, whatever. There's no hardcovers on the shelves.
Really, they've figured out that too. They've also figured out that you have to sell things other than books.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm coming to that place that I need to be selling other things.
Other than books.
Than books, yeah.
We gotta get pictures of your feet.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I have to paint your toenails though.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, you can hear it when I laugh. I can, anyways.
But check out the we have children's books. We've expanded into children's books, and there's nonfiction, fiction, lots of vampire and sci-fi and all that kind of stuff. So,
and if you're looking to do a book, you got one you want done.
Yes.
Send us the manuscript.
Yes, check.
The instructions are on the website. Don't send us the whole dang book.
Yeah, actually, to speak to that, we have it's our Philidith Books, Philidith Publishing's 20th anniversary this year, and for this year, we are accepting manuscripts of full-length type books, as well as looking to pull together a anniversary anthology. So we're looking for short stories.
And like check the website. There are instructions as to what to send.
Yeah, and what kind of payment is involved for your submissions, as well as also there under details.
Can we talk about that there? I didn't look.
Yeah, it's under details.
You need help with the cover? Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah, and we do piecework as well. So if you want to self-publish, but you'd like somebody to do editing
all the nitty-gritty stuff that nobody wants to do.
Typesetting or cover or anything, we'll do piecework. Yeah, we'll do piecework. So
if you're sending me a cover, please make sure you own the cover picture. I hate dealing with copyright crap.
Yeah, well, there's ways around that.
Well, there are ways around it, but I would prefer it's an original image, or you have permission of the author or the photographer or whatever.
Right. Alrighty, so back to resolutions. Oh
yeah, sorry, I interrupted. My bad. Hey,
Canadians making resolutions that 41% is something to do with their physical health. 32% it's their finances. 28% it's mental health. 27% it's family life. And what's that? 24% is learning a new skill or a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And 22% is related to work, career, or education. That's the resolution.
Go farther down that page, there's a bigger breakdown. I was just reading it. This is what I'm looking at. Yeah, see it?
Oh, yeah.
It breaks it down even farther. Delaying retirement, only 7%. There's a lot more people retiring now than before. I was looking that stat up at Stats Canada. They actually have that.
Oh, okay. This is depressing.
What's that? Which one?
42% of people polled want to. They're their goal is to be purchasing less expensive food.
Yep.
That's a sad thing. Shopping at a cheaper grocery store makes sense. Shopping at places that offer discounts and coupons.
There we go. I put it on screen so they can see it.
Cutting back on holiday spending,
I don't know how much
postponing.
they- well, they can see that.
Postponing, canceling vacations, 25%.
Yeah, look
Some of us don't have vacations to postpone.
Look at delaying a wedding. Some of us are on a permanent vacation.
Yeah.
Okay, so something else we're going to have to do with this show, that's note to self. And
Yeah.
sound effects when I make a stupid comment.
Okay.
All right.
Participating in pay it forward, 3%. So people are just really super worried about every
Look at the
day.
breakdown farther than that.
And
It breaks it down by province.
oh yeah, and then housing is the other thing. The
Downsizing my home, 3%.
yeah, but the downsizing going to help you because you can't even get a bachelor for an affordable amount of money.
You can't get a bachelor for what we're paying for our place right now.
Well, we've been here for so long. We're
Out of the furniture?
grandfathered, but I just don't know. I just don't know. When every moment is wrapped up in, gee, do I pay the rent, the hydro,
Or do I eat?
Can
Can you sit back just slightly? You're out of focus.
That should not
There
be the standard.
No, it shouldn't.
That should be
You shouldn't have to make that decision.
a once in a while. Oh my God,
Yep.
like we're all one paycheck away from being on the streets. Really, when you think about it, that should be if things go really bad, that should not be the standard. That is a ridiculous place for the people
Yep.
in this country
I agree.
to be. It is. I find that offensive, and I really wish we could do something about it. Like, what can we do about it?
Yeah. I don't know. I am going to nail you in one spot, though.
What?
'Cause
Oh,
you're
because I
wiggling.
keep
You're
moving.
wiggling. The
Sorry.
autofocus can't keep up with you. I'm going
Sorry.
to do that from time to time. Just say, hey, sit still.
All right. So you had a bunch of tech
I
stuff.
did. You want my turn to speak for a while?
You want to share? Sure.
What's the big one? Big one right now is the PS5 bit that they've had come out. We don't have any of that high-tech stuff here. Amazingly enough, I don't have consoles. I have everything else. Let me just see if I can put this on screen for you. Let's go here. PS5. This one. Oh, look, it's my ugly face. Let's not do that. Let's just do this instead. Anyways, what they found is... and everybody, and I think your son can attest to this. I don't know if you could read that or not.
Yep.
May result in hardware failure. This is from, believe it or not, PC Magazine, which is kind of funny
Why?
because they're talking about a console. Hey, stop surfing Facebook. And what happens is apparently, now this has only been a couple of reports of this, is it gets so hot that it melts the liquid metal, liquefies it, and then it dumps off the chip. And now your PS5 overheats. Not a good thing. Not when you're paying $700-800 for these things. Because, guess what? That's expensive. I don't know what they can do about it. All they've said is, yeah, how about you lay it flat for a while? And if you saw that picture, the PS5 looks funny flat.
Right.
So, I don't have one, so I can't speak, and I'm not sure your kid has one anymore. I think he sold it. You can tell me if he did or didn't. I'm sure if he's watching, which he's not, because I didn't tell him we were going live. Probably should have. He'd get his 2 cents worth in here.
So you think of the juxtaposition of those.
Yeah, you adjust the position. You lay it flat for a while until they figure out how to deal with this.
Right.
But here's the thing. If you lay it flat, it's still going to overheat. What's going to stop the thing from leaking out the sides anyways? It's more they have a problem with their cooling than the fact that it's going to leak if you stand it up. If you lay it on its side, it's still going to leak. It's just going to take longer. So
does the company have a fix for this?
not yet. Sony is looking into it, which means they'll never get around to it. Sony is a bit notorious for being slow on repairing things. They don't like to do anything that costs them money. Look how long it took to update the firmware to allow you to change the SSD. Almost a year. You can add a bigger hard drive to it. But it has to be a particular hard drive. It has to be a certain size. But it took them a year to adjust the firmware to do that, even though it's one screw to undo and put a new one, or two if you count the SSD screw, to put back in. It took them a year to make it possible. There's only one company worse, and we won't talk about them. Nintendo. They're worse for updating their hardware to make them user serviceable. Well, the worst one would be Mac. Apple doesn't like you to service their stuff. They like you to spend thousands of dollars to repair their stuff.
Or just replace it.
Yeah. There's a whole, and it's not just for Apple, it's a whole right to repair thing being done in the US. And worldwide, actually. With these companies that won't let you repair your own stuff. Do you know who the biggest one is? And it's not Apple.
Who?
John Deere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're the worst for it. They actually have it set up that if you repair your tractor and you take it into service to get service for something you can't do, and they detect that you've serviced your tractor, they A, will not service that tractor, and B, void your warranty.
Wow.
Yuck. Right to repair is a big deal.
Yeah, well, there's something that would be impacting food costs right there.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, and just the cost of moving goods around. I mean, the price of gas seems to, although it's, wait, hold it. Did somebody just order pizza? I think Bubba just ordered pizza.
Cool.
Oh no, that's my Domino's app saying, hey, you want to order pizza right now?
Oh.
No, I'm kind of busy, thanks. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about. That's the big one going around right now. That and, well, everybody's favorite thing, GPU prices are starting to come down to the point where most people like me can afford them.
Is that because you think, or do you think that that is because the Bitcoin business is kind of fading away?
Yeah, the mining business has shot itself in the foot.
That's where all the GPU units were going.
That's where they were all going. So the used market is just massive now. But I wouldn't trust a GPU that's been mined, because you don't know how hard it's been mined. It even went to the point with the 30 series, NVIDIA put in a block to prevent their cards from being used for mining. And it only took the miners a week to figure it out. And somebody to design a piece of hardware to go. All they had to do was plug an HDMI or display port into one of the ports on the back, and it disabled that feature of the driver and allowed them to mine on the cards. Took them a week. An absolute week. And I have no idea what the price of Bitcoin is right now. I know it's bottomed out. It used to be like ridiculously expensive. Very difficult to mine. Bitcoin. Let's see what it's at. Okay, so it's still up there. Not, wow, it's been cut in half. It used to be almost 40K Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
As of today, it's $23,081.96 for one Bitcoin. And you ever have one of those days where you're probably kicking yourself in the butt? I had one Bitcoin once. You know what that'd be worth now? $23,000. But I'm looking at the chart and it goes up and down and up and down. 6 months ago, it was, down to where it was, down to 21,000. So it's dropped a lot. I wonder what that is in US dollars. A whole lot. Apparently I can't, where's my, there it is. Jeez. Oh, wow, that's only 17K. Wow, has that ever come down? It used to be a whole lot more than that. 17K US for Bitcoin. That's what stopped the mining thing. And there were people just out to make money off graphics cards. What they were doing is they'd buy them up by the crate, by the pallet, right? And then fling them on eBay for 5 times the price. The problem is people would buy them.
Hoping
would buy them.
Hoping to get into the Bitcoin thing.
That's exactly where that came from. Yep.
Yeah, that's sort of human nature when money gets tight and work gets scarce. And
yeah, and then what happened was
we look at investments and lottery and gambling and
all the YouTubers got on and said, you know what, don't buy them. Just don't. You're just perpetuating the problem. And what happened was word got around, people started listening, and they stopped buying those scalped cards. And now these guys are trying to unload these cards for like dirt cheap to make back their money, at least, that they spent. So now you're starting to see cards at, MSRP, which is a horrible word to say. I mean, look how long it took me to upgrade the card in my rig. Right? I finally was able to pull the trigger on one. But even then, it's slightly discounted. We'll just leave it at that.
Mm.
But yeah, those prices, and hardware in general is coming down. The bigger problem is not the price of the equipment, it's the shipping now. Because you're paying through the nose to get things to you. And even then, because of whatever, lack of staff, I guess you'd say it takes longer to get stuff. You used to be able to get stuff overnight. Although we can't get stuff from Amazon overnight anyways. But
yeah, I don't mind so much the cost. I mean, the cost of shipping has increased quite a bit in the last year or so.
Well, yeah, you've seen that.
Yeah, and it impacts my business quite a bit. But okay, so
it's
there's
the cost of doing business.
It's the cost of doing business, and there's the cost of gas to ship things and all that. I get that. I get that it's going to increase. What bugs the crap out of me is when they lose things. They don't track things that you've paid for tracking.
Oh, I know.
They don't track things. They lose things, or they take, I don't know, the truck gets in, goes and has a party or something because it disappears for a week, and then suddenly it's the delays and the inability to know where things are. That bugs me. If I'm going to be paying more for something, at least give me the same service. How about not crappier service?
Instead of looking for the problem, you just say, we'll just cancel it, issue a new front, and reorder it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want the thing.
Well, that watch charger that's in the bedroom.
Yeah.
It's still out for delivery.
Yeah.
And they've tried to refund it about 5 times, and I say, no, I don't want you to refund it.
I think I've had 4, maybe 6 different parcels that I've had to sit on their head and pound to find, and then never did. They never did. They refund the money for the purchase and all that, which is I'm not out. But on the other hand, I have a dissatisfied client because I was unable to get them the thing that really. I just either charge me the same and give me crappier service, or charge me more and give me the same and or better service.
Exactly.
No, so anyway, that gets on my nerves.
Yep. We have 7 bodies watching us. Yay!
Hello, 7 bodies who are watching. Say hello. Say hello in chat.
Tell me who.
Say hello in chat.
Well, 2 watching yours. One of them's me, of course.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where I went. I can't find my feed anymore. Oh, that's OBS. Hang on, still looking. Oh, there I am. That's my channel. And I have...
So the other thing I Googled when I was looking for, fodder for today, was predictions.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, it's so depressing. We're going to have... there was even Nostradamus. Do you know who Nostradamus is?
I do.
Yeah. Those predictions
Some
of...
old dude with a beard kind of looks like... what's his face?
Yeah, but he always predicts like the end of the world and stuff. It's pretty much a constant.
He's been wrong several times on that one.
And
nope, somebody said hi in your chat.
Someone said hi in my chat.
Mm-hmm. It's your daughter.
Hello.
Your daughter.
Oh, it's Ashley. Sorry.
Ashley.
Is that a funny angle? I can't read it.
You should say hi.
Hi, Ashley.
I can say hi in your chat.
How
Your turn, eh?
how impactful is health issues to this? I was talking to someone who's got long COVID and
COVID long haul symptoms.
yeah, and it just like she goes along and then it just laces her out. And it's a constant, and being made me think of that is this Ashley is
Oh, they're all listening.
oh hi everyone over at Ashley's house. Ashley works in daycare, as does other people in that house, and so that's like working in a petri dish. You're gonna get sick all the time, over and over. But the long-term thing, there's so many people that have that the long-term COVID, and they've it impacts them so much in income, and you know, where I've noticed now, it used to be don't go to work if you're sick. You can't be going to work if you're sick. Better not do that.
It's funny how the mentality changed, eh?
Well, yeah, and then all of a sudden it's, you got to take sick time? Really? You're fired.
Like, yeah.
What?
As soon as they cut back the COVID restrictions, all of a sudden now it's, oh, you're sick and you can't come to work while you're fired. Like, excuse me? Which is, by the way, do not back up your chair. You're going to hurt yourself.
Okay.
Your Zoe blanket is underneath the chair.
Oh, okay.
Just time out. How's your coffee?
Coffee's good.
Want some more?
No,
Okay.
I'm good still.
I need more. Can you run the show for 5 minutes? I need more coffee.
I can.
Okay, I'll put you up on screen. And mute my microphone.
So, as I was saying earlier, I looked up to see what predictions, and they were all economic disaster and third world war, and good heavens, I'm hoping that 2023 is a better year. I'm hoping that the various illnesses that people have that are, we've been trying to find cures for forever, and this new excitement of COVID, long-term COVID, that some resolution is found, some resources that are able to help people get through that. And can we rework our idea of working? Now we have the federal government, Canadian federal government, sending their staff back. They've been on remote all this time. The rest of us had to be back in the office. They've been on remote. Now they're back in the office. Is that going to help? All the logs, backlogs and stuff going on with like passports and stuff. Things that is that going to help? Where are this staff? Where are the? Why is there such problems, systemic problems with getting things done and organized? And then we have the weather. If it's not the flu or COVID long term or whatever is hitting you, it's the weather. And the weather that's climate change. And climate change is another oppressive thing. What are we going to do about that? What can we, little things that we're doing now, are they going to make a difference? Should we all be doing them? Do we need to do them? What are we doing? What else can we do? 2023 needs to be a year of thoughtful solutions, where we all get on board and get things changed for the better. Do we look around to the people around us, and instead of saying, get out of my face, blah, 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 and being rude, and why can't I get my coffee? How about we talk to each other respectfully? How about we treat each other like we're on this team together called Planet Earth, and make for a better world? There's my wish for 2023, is a better world. Can we have that? Can we do that?
Can you write down a note? By the way, I'm back.
Hello, you're back.
Can we write down a note?
What's that?
You need to change your resolution. You're only running 720.
Oh.
You have a better card now. We haven't changed it since we changed your video card.
Oh, okay.
But sorry to interrupt. I just had to go get coffee and check on dinner. We're having ribs.
Oh, that's nice. So,
Where
what? Well, I was talking about if it's not sickness and you're getting fired for, right? It's because you took sick time. I don't want people who are sick coming in and breathing on me. So what the hell? And when did that change and why? And I think it's people are just tired of compensating, tired of.
Yep.
And they've been locked up so long and they're just sick of the whole thing, and so it's okay to be rude and it's okay to be demanding I want a demand of the where life used to be. Well, let's get back to we're not going to get back to where it used to be.
No, not going to happen.
Get over yourself. We're not going to get back to where it used to be. We have to keep making adjustments for people. If we're going to get the best of what people can do, we have to be accommodating. We just have to be. And if it's not illness and so on, and then it's the bloody weather, so that's climate change. What are we going to do about that? So what do you think about that?
Uh-oh, brain cramp.
Climate change. So all the things.
Stay away from that mess.
So that's pretty much what anybody says. Is that I don't know.
I mean, I know what it does and I know what's going on, but my problem with it is stop shoving it down my throat.
Yeah, but
fix it.
But this
Say
weather.
We're gonna fix it. Just fix it.
Right, but the impact on the planet is such that there's not going to be much left if we don't do something.
There's not going to be much left to fix if we don't do something.
Exactly.
And the problem is you got people that live in those big high towers that say, no, we don't want to do that.
Well, I don't know that it's people in the high towers. I think it's the average person on the street that's like, for instance, this law that came through that in Canada where you can't have single-use plastics.
Yeah, I've heard that's not going over too well with Timmy's drinkers.
What? Yeah. Oh, you're making my life.
Have you seen
difficult.
The cups? They need to go back to the drawing board with those lids.
Oh yeah.
Because they're disintegrating and ending up in your coffee.
Oh, that's not good.
It's
so
like
we
the
need
straws. If you leave them in your.
Because they're paper.
They're paper. They're compostable paper. Compostable.
So we need to do something else.
We need to find something else that works.
And how about we all just get these?
Which is they've stopped selling those as of COVID. You can't get.
That's true. That changed. They wouldn't take your cup.
They're starting to redo that now. It makes more sense, right? Because let's face it, we have a box of plastic straws in our car.
We do.
Because we can't stand the taste of those things.
Yeah. Well, I also have metal straws.
Metal straws. There's actually one behind me I found on the floor when I was cleaning up for the show.
Yeah, I have metal straws too. Metal straws are good, but you got to remember to clean them or they get a little gross.
Yeah, because people like to take their time to drink, and if you're drinking through one of them frickin' straws,
the paper ones.
So what happens to the straw?
It disintegrates.
It ends up in your drink.
Yeah. So we don't like to be inconvenienced. So if we can be inconvenienced, then things aren't going to change.
And you know what? A lot of that straw thing is trial and error. Let's get it right.
Well, yeah, there's also.
Some of them say, "Hey, this is perfect," and if you drink it in 40 seconds, your straw will be fine.
There's also, let's go back to the bring your own cup thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have people wear gloves so they're not touching my Slurpee cooties on my cup. And
Timmy's allows you to bring reusable cups for their cool drinks now too.
Yeah, so let's go back to that and let's be a little bit inconvenienced because now I got to cart this thing around and save a planet.
Usually at any given time, there's one or two of these on my desk at work now.
We have a whole cupboard of those.
We got rid of a few, remember?
Yeah, but there's still that and water bottles.
Yeah, never have enough of those. Oh, lean forward, you're leaning out of the light.
Oh,
Too far.
Sorry.
Nope, that's back.
Lean forward?
Yeah, we gotta set the autofocus. We haven't touched your camera in I don't know how long.
Right.
And we could actually add a third camera. Because you have a webcam hooked up there too.
I do.
But I think for next week, I'm going to redo this whole thing and put your camera back in your control.
Okay.
And then you only have to do one and you don't have to worry about OBS, and I'll control both streams. I'll see. We'll see how it works. Brain dead.
So does anybody that's on chat that's listening have any thoughts about 2023 and predictions, or what you'd like to see, or anything along that nature?
I would have to say if they were here, they left again.
Did they leave? She said we were listening.
They said they were there, but sometimes it doesn't show them. But they got the likes going on your stream. They help people. Don't forget to hit like, please.
Yeah, like and subscribe is really
help.
good. Yeah.
We're on 2 different YouTube channels, which is a bit of awkward because they've changed a few things, and the way I was gonna do it didn't work anymore. So we do it this way. We're using Video Ninja. We used to be called OBS Ninja, and there's a few people that use it. One of which you know.
You?
No, besides me.
Oh.
Although he hasn't used it lately because his channel got hacked. There, I was telling you about that last night.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
hasn't been on Twitter or anything since it happened. He got his channel hacked. Actually, the same thing happened to him. Happened to me. He got his email hacked, which took down his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he's the most careful person on the planet, so he's still trying to figure out how they got in.
Well, this is Barnacles.
Yeah.
You're talking about. He's fairly outspoken and kind of invites.
He's only outspoken on Twitch and Twitter. His YouTube is more tech related, and he's calmer there.
Yeah, but he's the kind of dude that you either really like him or you really don't like it.
Yeah,
And so,
you either like him or you don't.
and I think he's hilarious. So
He's funny, that's for sure. He has his days where you're just like, okay, I don't want to listen anymore. And it's what he says. You either take me or leave me. Some people like to listen to me, and other days they just don't want to hear what I have to say. Now, usually his Saturday morning YouTube stuff is all tech chat. All of it. And occasionally Twitch will go tech chat too, but for the most part, Twitch is where he says whatever the heck he wants. Hey, mute button.
what?
You're going to sneeze.
I didn't sneeze. I yawned.
Oh, is that what the cheese are we boring?
No, I just.
So somebody's probably listening on YouTube on their phone, and then they close the app or close their phone. Guess what happens?
Yeah.
It kicks them out.
Ah.
So if you have a premium subscription, it doesn't do that. That's why I have one.
Premium is a paid subscription.
It's like $9 a month. It's cheap. Actually, I think it's gone up to 14 now.
Okay.
It's like kind of like.
I think I had
Netflix.
one for you for a while.
That's a subscription. You're still subscribed to me. You're still a member.
Are you
$99?
You're subscribed to me too, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're subscribed to each other, but you're a member of my channel. I can't do that on yours yet. Or I would.
No.
You have to be monetized.
Yes.
So the more people that watch you, I don't worry if they watch me. Right? It's nice. It helps.
Mm-hmm.
But this is more to get you, because if you get, say, 500 people watching for an hour, that's 500 watch hours.
I don't know that I know 500 people, but okay.
Well, see, that's the idea. We need to you don't have to know 500 people. We need to get it out here. And this is one of the problems with YouTube. Their live feeds are not searchable.
Right.
On Twitch, you can search.
Yeah.
And it's not discoverable that way. They need to find a way to do that. So they say, you know what? Stream on both.
Yeah.
You technically can, sort of. Even with affiliate contracts. I gave up mine.
I stream on Twitch, but upload the recordings to my YouTube channel. Or I have done, yeah. Sort of without the ums removed, you know?
You're getting better. You're getting much better. I think the biggest thing is we have to teach you how to run this thing. How to sit in the big command chair and run things.
I don't want to sit in your chair.
No,
That's
you know what I mean.
Really uncomfortable chair.
I like my chair.
This one.
Nobody likes it. Everybody says it's uncomfortable.
It is.
Papa says it's too stiff.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
too straight up. I said, well, then there's a lever on the side and just rock it back a bit, like I was doing yesterday when you came in. I was watching TV on the right. Just rock it back
That's
and
true.
look up.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to adjust your chair. Good point. I don't like people playing with my stuff.
Mm.
But I mean, run the show from your side. If I, whatever, have to work and you still want to run the show. Right? Because I have this pesky day job occasionally.
Yeah. And I don't currently have, well, I do.
And, you know, we're going to change things here. We're going to put the green screens up behind us.
Yes.
That's why everything's blurred at the moment.
Yes. I decided to wear blue just in case it made a difference, but.
Oh, it absorbs the light and it makes the background blurry. Although you can see in my shot, I don't know if you can see that there is a giraffe over my shoulder.
You're there? Yeah.
Yep. Hey, stop yawning. I know it's boring. It's the lights and the heat.
Oh,
right?
What is it but about this
You and these
scenario?
lights, it's the lights.
The lights, they make me yawn. They put me
It
to
makes you tired, which is why you see a lot of guys drinking coffee, Red Bull. Have you noticed the logo or the banner?
Yeah.
Look at one side's got fingernails painted, the
Yep.
other side don't.
Yep.
And no, I did not do that on purpose. It just kind of worked out that way. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got a couple things I want to throw in here. Speaking of overheating,
Yeah.
there seems to be an issue with the AMD cards. But it's mainly the Founders Edition cards, so for people that don't speak English, or don't speak tech, that's the cards that are made by the manufacturers themselves, not the board partners. So AMD. Specific cards, they have overheating issues. The Founders Edition, so they're cards made by AMD. I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that.
So, in non-techie lingo, what's the card?
The card itself? Which one?
The AMD card. What
it's
is it?
one of the AMD cards, the RX 7900.
Yeah,
made by AMD itself.
is
you
that
get them from different partners, right?
right? Is
Yours
that
is,
a video card?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a video card. Sorry.
Whoa! I knew that. I'm so excited.
I should have let that go. So cards made by AMD themselves, like NVIDIA makes their own cards as well. Those are Founders Edition cards, and then they give them the board partners, MSI,
Right.
EVGA. Well, although EVGA is out of the NVIDIA business.
Right.
That's a whole nother story. But there are cards made by the manufacturers. Well, for whatever reason, if you put them in the wrong angle, anything off a straight, the boards tend to get hot spots and then they overheat. Now, it's not that bad. The cards will shut down and restart themselves, and that's it. But they need to fix it. I was just watching earlier before we went on. Jay's 2 cents was talking about. He says, I just can't win for trying with these guys. They're good cards. Now that they fixed their firmware issues.
Right.
They had firmware issue. Remember the AMD cards you had that would shut down?
Yes.
That was just a driver causing that. Max says he hasn't had a problem with it.
Oh. Okay.
He really wants me to come over and get that place wired up. He wants to start streaming. We're making recordings and get on with us. I said, well, plug your camera in and let's go.
That'd be good. He could come on and visit with us.
You come on and play Minecraft.
Yeah, he's been after me to play Minecraft. So
Again?
So now that I've decided that I'm going to go
do
back online, get my head out of
with you
editing
and
books and go back
Minecraft,
online.
We have to turn off the wobble.
What wobble? Me wobbling?
No,
like
no,
this?
the wobble that was making you nauseous. The last
Oh
time
yeah. So
The head
yeah, I
bob
played
made you
Minecraft just to try it. I haven't done it on Twitch yet. Usually on Twitch I do Age of Empires, or I was doing that Among Us annoying game.
Oh, we should put that. You got to try that in VR now. Oh, that's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
But anyways, I was playing Minecraft with my granddaughter and my son, and
me.
And we're going down. You go down
Steps.
down steps into like a mine, and then you're whacking things and mining and stuff. But you were doing like this and around and up and down and like this.
Getting nauseous.
And I had to go lay down like I was going to throw up. It was just.
I think you did throw up, didn't you?
It was
Because we had the head bob on your side turned on, and that's what causes the shake. If you turn
it
that
was
off,
terrible.
it doesn't shake. I found that out.
Oh, it was terrible. I thought.
That's like when he asked me for the Minecraft server logins the other day, and I went, been so long since I've been on, I had to recreate one of them.
It's not a bad game, and I can understand why
It's a lot of fun.
the kids are all to it, but
I have
I miss game. I like games where there's a quest or there's a purpose, and when you're just sort of
World of Warcraft
farting around building things and doing your own stuff.
By the way, started playing that again.
World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, it's fun now.
Yeah. I played that for years ago.
You have been on for a year or so.
Yeah. It's been about a year because I reloaded it on this machine. Yeah, I played that, and this is the other one, Sea of Thieves. I played for a while. That's
different.
It's similar, but yeah,
you're not a Fortnite player, that's for sure.
I don't like shoot 'em up things too much.
I find they can be a bit relaxing, actually.
I don't mind the fighting, like the World of Warcraft where you're fighting the spiders or whatever. I don't mind that kind of stuff where it's a creative fight, but when you're just guns and shooting things,
as it's called now.
Yeah, and I don't like driving ones. I don't like the GTA or GT, whatever it is.
I can't get into GTA. I don't know. It's not my kind of game. I did at one point, but it's just no.
Yeah, I can't drive. I'm on the sidewalk and riding over people,
That's the whole idea of GTA.
And I just
run people over.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is not making me feel good about driving because I'm so I am no good at this game.
Now you got me on him.
But then I was never good at Mario either. I can never get over the plant that comes up from the pipes. I could never.
You know what? They call it practice.
Well, I would do it. I would be doing it, and then one of the kids would say, "No, here, I'll do it for you."
Give me that thing.
Yeah. And so then Mom never learned.
I didn't have that problem because my mom learned how to play. We actually had to say, "Mom, can we play now?" No, not done yet. Meanwhile, looking at her lives, she's got 99.
Yeah, my turn would last about 14 seconds, and then it would be somebody else's turn.
She'd play all night long. That and before the Nintendos came out, there was the ColecoVision, and we had Mousetrap. And oh my God, you got tired of hearing that sound all night long. That's fun. Oh, your other daughter's on your chat. Sea of Thieves is fun.
Not on this chat.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, Sea of Thieves. Oh, I see her.
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah. Kelly got into playing Sea of Thieves. I played it, I think, twice, and I was so confused.
Game Pass, you should probably use it.
I'm so confused. I've been doing Sherlock Holmes.
Can't get into that kind of like those puzzle games that you play like that.
They're puzzle games or match 3. You do match 3, or it's a puzzle. And then there's the Mahjong ones, the Sheriff of Mahjong. I play that.
Ugh.
And
there's the other game I can't understand. See what she said?
Yeah, that's how she drives in games too.
I've seen her drive in real life. It's probably just as bad. Although I'm not one to talk, right?
Yeah. Well, I have a difficulty driving when the person in the seat beside me is going all the time.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. My father drove once when I first learned to drive. When I was young and foolish. He drove with me, but would put the seatbelt over his eyes.
Well, that's not so bad.
Yes.
It could be worse, I suppose. First time I learned to drive, I was sitting on my dad's lap. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Because I got told I drive like a grandma. Because I drive the speed limit. Or just slightly over.
I tend to drive either slightly under
or
well over the speed limit. Depends on...
The speed limit's just a suggestion?
Who's in the car with me.
Yep.
Yeah. If I'm...
Holy, now you got me doing it.
What? Wait, yawning?
Yawning.
Yeah.
We've reached our hour mark.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's it.
Still got things we can do. Talk about.
Yeah, did you have more on your list?
Well, I've gone through all the things I had on my list. Websites anyway, so let me check the doc. Let me check the document. Oh, you've got the other document over there. You got the other dock over there, the paper version. What did you do with the paper version? Keyboard tray.
I tucked it under the keyboard tray. Yeah.
What did it say? There was stuff I wanted to hit. Well, we wanted to talk about the show itself, which we really sort of did, but we could do more. Something we want to do, we want to bring up. We need to do a little more promotion. But see, now that we have video that we can work with.
What's a 4090 release?
Oh, that's the 4090 that turned into a 4060?
Yeah, that's the only other thing on this list.
We ain't talking about Canada finally winning a World Junior.
Yeah,
Actually,
that was awesome.
That was 2 in a row.
That was awesome.
First time since the last time they won 5 in a row, which was quite a while ago. They won 2 in a row. Yeah, but they could have done it a little easier. I don't think I could take more overtime.
It's very stressful.
I will say this, watching the game, that you could see it coming in overtime. I was sitting up here watching the game, and you could see the play happen. Those of us that play the game, you could see they were going to score just by the way that the play developed.
Yeah.
Kind of stands out.
I'm really glad it was in overtime and not a shootout.
It wouldn't have been. They would have done a shootout in gold medal games. That's the one thing they've changed. I can't stand a shootout. And most hockey purists don't like it. I don't like them. It's a team game, and you're going to decide it by individuals.
Yeah.
Now, speaking as a goalie, purely, I like shootouts because the advantage is to the goalie.
Right.
So as a goalie, I love shootouts. But as a hockey fan, nope. Can't stand them. I know they do it in soccer, and I say the same thing. It's no way to win a team game.
I agreed.
It is a team game, and you've just left it up to individuals. Which is why they started 3-on-3 in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
To end it. Because most fans at the NHL level don't like shootouts either.
Yeah.
And now, having said that, the last 2 games that I've worked, we've had shootouts. Sure, it's good for the overtime, but some fans like it, some don't. I don't. Anyways, to go back to the 4090 thing before I get too far, NVIDIA released a 4090 card, which is their next iteration of their 40 series, and then immediately pulled it down and re-released it as a 4060 with the same specs. It still has the same power consumption. I couldn't run it in my machine. My power supply's not high enough. I need at least 1,000 watts to run that card.
Why did they change the name of it?
Because it didn't meet their specs. If you see the way their spec ladder goes up as they go through the numbers,
yeah,
you go, their other cards are 30, 60, 70, 80, 90, right?
Yeah.
And as you go up that list, the specs are supposed to change to match the card.
Yeah.
But this one was somewhere middle of the road instead of top of the line. So they went, wait a minute, this doesn't work. How did this get numbered this? And they pulled it and then re-released it as something else to put it back in the proper tree, I guess you'd call it. Because as you go up in number, the specs go higher and higher, right?
Right. So somebody messed up.
Somebody messed up. Somebody getting fired. True. Your daughter just said something in your chat.
Games are better with
OT at that level. A one-sided game would have been disappointing. No, would have been easier on the heartstrings.
Yeah, I had to feel for the team that took silver. Czechia? Yeah, the Czechia team that they poor guys.
They stepped in their own. They did the same thing the Americans did in the semifinal. They stepped in their own bag. They did something in that game again, that first game on Boxing Day against Canada, and those boys remembered.
Oh yeah?
They were cheering like they won the gold medal on the first game of the tournament. And that stung. And we always used to say, and a lot of coaches will say, don't make yourself bulletin board material.
Right.
And that's what they did.
So they gave them incentive.
They gave them incentive, yep.
To pulverize them, yeah.
Well, they didn't pulverize them. They had them for a while, and then Czechia clawed back as they did in every other game.
Yeah, that was
a damn good hockey team.
They are a good team, but I felt it's bad for them because there's a couple of them there that were just in
they do.
tears.
They
They
do.
were so disappointed
takes a
that they
little while.
didn't take the gold, and I'm thinking,
It's one of the worst medals in hockey. Silver. It means you lost. Right?
yeah, but you know,
It means you lost. And that's just the way they look at it for quite a while. And then when they come home and they've had a chance to think about it and go back to their club teams, they realize, oh, that wasn't so bad.
I also felt sorry for the Swedes that the States beat them, and I thought they played very well as well. And
Yeah, they got burnt. Their goalie let them down. He was the tournament MVP based on the round robin.
yeah,
And when it came to the crunch, the goal he let in, he should never have gone in. He lost it. He couldn't find it. And it was right in front of him.
yeah,
He thought it went one way and he was looking the other way.
yeah.
And they dropped. And it's 3-on-3, right? So
Yeah.
you got to.
He's not going to forget that for some
As a
time.
goalie, I hate 3-on-3s personally.
Yeah.
Because we play 4-on-4 when we play, and it's like, ew.
He's not going to forget that for some time.
Oh no, that'll sting for a while.
And in terms of Czechia, I mean, at least they beat the States, right? But
No, they
the
didn't.
Swedes,
No, they didn't. We did.
no. But I mean, they got silver, and the States got bronze, right? So at least they were
They got a better medal, but
Yes.
the U.S. had to win to get
yes.
bronze.
But the Swedes didn't get a medal at all.
Always
so
a bridesmaid, that team.
yeah.
Nobody can figure them out. They are just absolutely awesome in the round robin,
yeah.
and then they get to the games that matter, and they just fall flat.
Sounds like my Leafs.
Yeah, they're not doing so well. Well, they're doing all right standing-wise, but ugh, yuck.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything because I know my team sucks. They're not doing well at all. There's something wrong in that dressing room, and it's been noted.
That's too bad because they have a damn good coach.
Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the better ones. But there's some attitudes in that dressing room that are causing problems, and they don't know how to fix it. Well, I know how to fix it, but you just can't find people to take that kind of salary on.
Yeah.
You're going to have to dump some bodies. And it's going to have to be drastic. It sucks.
Yeah.
All the Vancouver fans are like, oh, well, just go into the tank and we want Connor Bedard. You're not going to have it. The league has made it known where they want him to go. That young kid for Canada,
Oh yeah.
they know where they want him to go. And I feel sorry for him because he's going to end up in Arizona. And he's going to have a lot of pressure on him. Now, he showed some real class during that interview after the game.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
There is better ways to say what he said, but
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about me. No, this isn't about me. This is about them and the fans. Okay.
Yeah.
Having actually, I can say I personally met him, I see where it comes from. He's a good kid. When he was here playing in town.
Yeah, he didn't pay. He paid for what?
He plays for Regina.
Regina.
They were here
Oh
once.
yeah.
They were here once, and we had to do a huge hornswoggle to get them out of the building so that nobody was harassing them.
Right.
That
I
was fun.
remember.
We had fun doing that. Telling staff what was happening without putting it on the radio because some of them don't have earpieces.
Right.
He may get. I heard there's word he's going to get traded very shortly. Trade deadline's coming up, and we may see him 4 or 5 more times. Good grief!
Hmm.
I'm not sure I could handle that again. Once was enough.
He's a good player.
He is, and he just proved he can play with anybody. So he pretty much sealed his draft status with that by going to a completely different team that he hasn't met other than a week before,
Mm-hmm.
and then to play as well as he did with the line mates he had. That just proves that if they trade him,
He should fit
he
in
should
anywhere.
fit in. Yeah. And
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't want to see him here.
In Vancouver?
Excuse me?
In Vancouver?
No, here.
In Victoria?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean it as a royal?
Yeah, no, couldn't, no. Couldn't take that. Could not take that.
Oh, because the fan base would be incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'd probably have a sellout every freaking night, but no,
Too much work.
that means
yeah.
writer's cramp for me.
Yeah, too much work.
I'm gonna lean back a little bit. I'm sitting in the lights too much.
Right.
It's washing out, so I need to back up a bit and let my camera adjust. So we're sitting on a 2 screen. It's just you and I on the screen.
Right.
So what would happen if we do add a third person, or a fourth, or fifth? Is that little screen you're looking at? We just push over.
Ah. Well, so to those who are listening, if there's someone you'd like to see us have on here as a guest to talk
That you
about
think would do it.
stuff,
I'm gonna do it this way. I can't do it this way. I have to do it with the
we
thing.
could do that. If you would like to come on and be a guest, we could do
I'll
that.
send you the URL, and all you have to have is a camera and a microphone.
I know there's some live streamers and gamers on that are listening. If the who I think is listening is listening.
Mm-hmm.
Come on and talk about your gaming.
Talk about your game. Yep. The biggest thing is you got to have wired. So don't do it from your phone. You can, but
Not
Make
if
sure
you're
you-
not
make
if
sure
you're
you're on.
transmitting. You'd want to be on
you'd
a
want to
computer.
be on your. You could do this from your phone, but you need to make sure you're on Wi-Fi on your phone. It's at least strong enough to support a signal. I would prefer PC and wired, but some people can't do that. All they have is a laptop and Wi-Fi,
Yep.
which is cool. We'll adjust, right? That's, we will adjust things. So yeah, probably maybe next week we'll have the screens up.
Oh, the green screen behind us. Yeah.
Yep. We just have to get the rods up. They can't see the green screen behind us.
So this was fun. So I think we'll have one more advertisement here. That
We have an ad?
the sponsor for our show is Philidith Publishing, and it's Philidith's 20th anniversary this year, and we're looking for manuscripts to publish. We'd like to publish 20 books, and if you're at that point where you're getting there and you would like to consult, we can consult with you about where that goes. Also, we're pulling together an anniversary anthology, so we're looking for short stories and poems for an anthology, and the particulars to that are on the website, as well as if you click on the image that talks about looking for manuscripts, there's a thing there called details, and it'll tell you what the payment deal is for those things. And so the website is philidithbooks.com. So FILIDH books.com, and you go to that page, and then right at the top there's a thing that talks, a little image that talks about there's a raid cart there too that talks about piecework that we do as well.
Mm-hmm.
But have a look at the accepting manuscripts, accepting submissions, I think it says. Click on there and you'll get all the information that you need. Also scroll down and look at our new releases. We released 10 books last year, and quite a few of our books, I think we're close to 20 now, that have been accepted into the Emerging Local Authors
You read my mind.
program at the Greater Victoria Public Library System, which is a wonderful program. And we're hearing that Vancouver has a similar program.
I've heard that.
So we're looking forward to having our books everywhere. We have
Road trip.
we sell soft cover and ebooks, and we're branching into audiobooks hopefully this year. One of our authors, Ron Kierst, is going to be doing a cross-country book tour. I think it's from May until August, with his Road Without End series of books.
That'd be
And
cool. Let's do a road trip.
So we were looking to have that, and then various other events. We need to do some book launches of some of the books that we published last year and so on. So there'll be events. So have a look at the website and keep it bookmarked so that you'll see anything new that's happening with us. And if you're a writer, consider submitting or discussing.
Or at least drop us an email and say hi.
Yeah, drop us an email and say hi. On the description of this show, there is emails for Hyperlynx and myself if you want to get any information on anything we've talked about, or give us some ideas
socials are in there
of things you'd like to see us talk about, or people you'd like us to have on as guests. Let us know. Send us an email.
I have to make a change to the social.
Why?
Because your email address is wrong.
Herself at poly.
.ca, you got .com.
Oh, it's poly. Okay, I can fix it.
I can fix it.
Yeah. So mine is herself at polykiss.ca, and Hyperlynx is hyperlynx256 at hyperlynx256.com.
Or you can go to my Twitter, her Twitter.
Yes.
Drop a DM. My DMs are still on for the moment.
Yep. We have Instagram and Twitter, and I have a couple other websites.
Get more viewers, we can get your YouTube channel, your custom URL.
Yeah, I don't have a custom yet.
Yeah, you get that long-ass gobbledygook.
Yeah. But I do have a podcast, and I do have a couple other things going on, so check out my socials.
Yep.
And
what do you think? Should we call it a day? I think it's getting close to dinner time.
So it's suggested that we have Ron on as a guest. Yeah, I might pull him to my Twitch though, because I'm not sure I want to pull authors into this one. However,
I'd leave it up to him.
It's a possibility. That's a good suggestion.
Yep. I can think of a few that would do it. From my side, I could actually get my boss on. He wants to do it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I think that'd be entertaining.
Interesting. Okay, so should we call it a day?
Let me just see what we're at time-wise. We've been going, where are we? Hang on. Yeah, about half an hour longer we wanted to.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I figured. We would just, there's no real set time for this. That's why if you look in the description, it says 4 p.m.-ish.
Yeah.
And we said an hour, but it would go as long as people want to hear us talk.
We'll flub it as long as we can.
Yeah. But like I said, we'll change it for next week. We probably won't have an intro yet. I've got some feelers out for designing an intro. So normally we'll run a show. We'll run ourselves, run an intro, and come back to the show.
Yep.
But there's a few changes as we're going to grow. The first one was a little bumpy.
Yep. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for chatting. Yep. Hello, over there, everyone's listening.
There's a few listening. Well, Kelly, your daughter's on.
Yeah.
I think she see, they close their thing, eh? That's the problem with YouTube. If you close your screen and try and just listen.
So, like and
to both
subscribe
our channels, please, if you don't already do so.
To both channels.
And say thank you, because I could have ran ads and I didn't. I turned on the monetization.
Yes.
We have the ability.
And like and subscribe to both, because we both do things other than this as well. So if you like and subscribe to both channels, you'll find out when both things are happening, as well as
notifications. As long as you set your bell up to all, like, subscribe, ring the bell kind of thing. Make sure it says all, or you won't get. Sometimes you don't get all my notifications go into my junk mail.
Interesting.
I've tried to fix that, but nope.
Okay. So I think we flabbeted long enough.
I think we have.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.